Let's go!
The station that keeps it rocking 24/7.
Ladies and gentlemen,
GRIZZBIZ, my 2 cents.
That's me. I'm just trying to eat, got the recipe. I can't play no games, ain't no testing me. She just love the game, she gon' mess with me. Yeah, I'm like Kanye, let them beats play. Yeah, I just hit 100 on the freeway. Yeah, skating on the ice, going Bombay. Yeah, lemonade with ice on the Bombay. Yeah, if it's about the game, I be jobbering. Yeah, I just go to green and I call the plan. Yeah, I gon' show a scene when I'm with my cam. Yeah, try the super cold and that pussy damn. Yeah, I ain't about no play, got a flash show. Come in with me, stay here, they gon' let me go. She just wanna buzz it like a metro. If you wanna play, you gotta let me know. Big call around, it's going down. I put it down, the same. She love the sound, I put it down. I beg the street, my name.
I got away with words, sometimes an evil way with words. I'm a super villain, I get away with words. He couldn't say he ain't a villain. If it ain't me, then you don't wanna hear him talking reckless. If it ain't me, then he can't come over and stay for breakfast. If it ain't me at 3 a.m., you might not read the message. Let her know, put no suppressing, get inside the Lexus. I have my way, I'm special, I stay away from extras. No, I'm not with the extras, flew in a bitch from Texas. I'm curving hoes for the lab, I'm rolling stone like my dad. And they won't even be mad, they know a player's path. Go to the store, I pay for what they wanna pay the tax. I cop the Prada boots for winter time and made it back. So next time we face to face, want you to lay it back. And let me give you what you need, what would you say?
I ain't got no play, got a flash show. Come in with me, stay here, they gon' let me go. She just wanna buzz it like a metro. If you wanna play, you gotta let me know. Big call around, it's going down. I put it down, the same. She love the sound, I put it down. I make it scream my name.
let's go!
The station that keeps it rocking 24/7.
Ladies and gentlemen,
GRIZZBIZ, my 2 cents.
Shout out my niggas though, you know what I'm saying? Chicago fat, motherfucking young nigga down trap from the sway. You know what I'm saying? Part of the chain. I ain't going in. Let's get it.
I been coasting more at bounce, like my mind can't define it. Over blinded, outstanding, sipping on the fucking finest. I'm dipping if the fuckers pull up on us, always shooting out. Niggas love the single born and net, the Zapparajah style. I'm out, I'm gone, I'm been about everything they talk about. Turn up your radio.
Right now,
Guess who? Nobody got nothing on us.
you're locked in to the greatest station. GRIZZBIZ, my 2 cents.
What's happening? Wednesday to Wednesday. We are back at it. And as usual, people, y'all see, ladies are not tapped in. This is what they do. I can expect this every Wednesday. Every Wednesday. As we always say, Wednesday to Wednesday be jumping and popping and cracking. You understand me? Anything and everything goes on in the world from Wednesday to Wednesday. That's why I chose Wednesdays. You know what I'm talking about? We right there in the middle. I'll give somebody $100 if they can count how many times I say, you know what I'm talking about. Now, you got to watch the whole goddamn podcast. You can't be watching just part of it. But if you could tell me how many times I say, you know what I'm talking about, I give you $100. I don't know. I give gift cards and stuff away, but y'all people so bougie out here in this inflation and this high economy going on. There's a lot going on, man. Hey, did y'all see Kroger's threw away food from the heat, man? 100 and some degrees everywhere, and we want to act like this. It's like it's new, but it's not. It's what summer is. Some people was out of power for hours and hours and hours. Imagine if it was a war, man, and stuff hit the fan. Your ATMs didn't work. Your bank closed the store is closed. Man, people go nuts. I know it's a conspiracy theory and people don't believe doo-doo stinks. But I'm going to tell you people, I've smelled shit before and it stinks. And it stinks when you stir it up. You know what I'm talking about? That was one. I think I said it 3 times already. But, yeah. I would talk about the Trump stuff, but that's old news. Don't nobody really care about that crap no more, man. Don't nobody care about that crap. I be posting stuff during the day and just to get a reaction and get people to talking and buzzing and so forth. And one of the questions I asked was about why did people watch P-Valley? And one of the reasons I watched was because I wanted to see what a stripper club in the middle of nowhere down south would be like. Because I don't know if y'all have, I know y'all got family down south, right? So a family down south, we go down there. I don't know if y'all know where Valdosta and Vienna, Georgia is. But that's where my wife's people is from. That's my family. And we go down there when my mother-in-law was alive. We take trip down south, right? And this particular time, we went down to Vienna, Georgia. It's not too far out of Atlanta, but it's a small. I think they did a little football, not a little, but a football reality show down there. But anyway, we get down there, right? We get to the hotel, and you know, down deep down south like that, your people will tell you, like, hey, don't go to that store over there across the railroad tracks, because they some fools. And white folks is crazy, and they don't come over here, and we don't go over there. And we got that message after we got it, after we had already went to the store across the tracks. But when we went across to that store, the vibe and the aura was way off, man. It was on some other stuff like, hey, man, you felt that vibe like, oh, we ain't even supposed to be in here. And we Northerners, and we got that vibe like, oh, no, we need to get where some of us at. So long story short, we get there, and they take us to look like Sugar Shack for real. It was off, man, and the country wasn't no lights. I don't know how we got there. There was no landmarks. There was no nothing but the goddamn moon. The moon and trees. I'm telling you, they had to have something on the trees to let us know where we was going, bro. Because the Underground Railroad and coming up here, Lord have mercy, I can only imagine. I can only imagine walking on foot, going north, and ain't nothing but the moon showing you light. That shit crazy. But anyway, we get up there, right? And it was this one long flat. And it was on stilts. I mean, on cinder blocks, man. The whole thing was on cinder blocks. Wasn't no AC. It was dry ice and hoochie mama shorts with girls on, with they hoochie mama shorts on. Them Southern girls, big old girls. Man, and you talking about having a ball. Oh, my gosh. I had the time of my life at this juke joint. This juke joint was off the chain, first one ever. But anyway, I don't know why I'm telling y'all that story. I'm really chewed. I was trying to buy time until these two knuckleheads came on here. I know, man. That's what I tell people when you do a podcast and you want to do all this stuff. Man, you got to have the capability to carry on the goddamn conversation with your goddamn self. You do that all goddamn day and get on here, it's nothing. So if you tuned in, you wonder who I'm talking to or talking about, it's all of us. You can join in. Matter of fact, why don't somebody give me a call, 1-513-788-2534, until these girls get here. You know what I'm saying? I might have a gift card for you. I might have something for you for participating. There's a lot of people watching, so I want to give you something for your time. I guess it'd be a good time now to go to our sponsors and get them out the way. Can we roll a commercial?
Hey, how you doing? It's the Bagman at the Bagman Store. Make sure you follow us at the Bagman Store on IG and check us out under Facebook under Bagman. And we also got a website under bagmanbagman.com. First and foremost, we do have the pound bags, as you can see. Nice big old pound bags. We carry the regular matte bags, the holographic bags. We even have the shake cutout bags. We also carry edible bags as well. But I bet you didn't know that we carry these pop tops, we carry these jars, and we carry the tin cans. We also got dude tubes, and a lot of people don't even know this. We carry the vape cartridges, so just in case you want to start your own vaping company or you want to have your presentation up to par, we do have these. We have boxes to go with them as well. So come on down to 3020 Coleraine Avenue and cop you some packaging and build up your presentation today and watch your money grow so high. And if I didn't say it before, I'm going to say it again. We have free shipping if you're out of town and you need some products shipped to you. Get at us at 513-299-7550 if you have some more information that you need to get from me. All right? Enjoy your day, build up your bankroll, and I'll see you later. Peace.
Give it up for Bagman, one of our sponsors.
Hey, how you doing?
You know what I'm talking about? Hey, Greater Cincinnati, it's summertime, and that means more time outside for some fun in the sun. But you can't have fun with the same chipped and dirty outside surfaces like your driveway, deck, and patios. Have no fear. Arc Pressure Washing Service is here. Arc Pressure Washing Service is a small black-owned local company dedicated to all your pressure washing needs. Whether the back deck needs restaining or your old bricks need brightening, now is the best time to contact Arc Pressure Washing Service. Call 513-405-5652 for a quote today, or visit arcpws.com for more information. That's 513-405-5652 for your quote. Tell them Grizz sent you. All right. That's what's up. And we're going to have room for more sponsors, too. We got a couple more people who want to join the family and have a Patreon that I'm going to get jumping and popping to give y'all discounts on different things, merchandise. I'm going to have a website coming for everybody, too. That is a sponsor or Patreon. So people can just click onto the link and boom, there you go. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let's give our co-host, one of them, Ivory the Aries, a loud round of applause. Why would you gonna do that? Thank you. I was being okay.
No way.
And I wasn't even
always
tripping.
some underlining hate in that tone of voice you be having when you be like, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm just saying, I'm trying to practice proper dictation and words. You know, people were watching and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
Bump it, I ain't changing nothing. Damn period or whatever. It was some undertones of that right there. I can't even lie. I'm so tired of y'all divas. They do me like this every time. If somebody tuned in, I had to tell them, if you're going to do a podcast by yourself, you better goddamn well learn how to talk to yourself and entertain yourself. Okay? All right.
Oh, okay. You got that out? You good now?
Okay.
Is that out? Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Grizz and his freestyle. It ain't even Friday, but he gonna give it to y'all raw and uncut.
Hold on. I forgot to tell y'all. I know y'all seen me out and about, ma'am. Just contact Jamie Shea. Jamie Shea, she can get you a Marcellus box. She can get you one made with the pretty colors that you want. however you want to design it,
Oh.
all of that.
Oh,
See, we
okay.
had this coat when we first got here,
Oh, okay.
and then I was passing
It's
out
just funny how you felt to mention that when I was mentioning that, but it's all good.
I mean,
I'm gonna go
yeah.
ahead and contact. What's her name again?
Jamie Shea.
Jamie Shea.
Marcella's box.
Marcella's
So
box.
she already
You
got
feel
the
me?
code. So all you
right,
gotta
so that's
do
what
is
we gonna do.
design it however you want it. See,
Mhm,
you
we
can
moving
pop up on
forward.
niggas like,
That's how you was. You look like you been practicing
I
that.
have been practicing.
You been practicing.
Give it
that
up for
shit.
Triple OG brand and the clothing line and the party and the day party. It was just a magnificent, wonderful thing. Black people coming together, man.
Black excellence is what
Oh
you
my
call
goodness!
it.
Now, when you talk about black excellence, that's what we talk about. That's the type of event that you say black excellence, man. It wasn't no arguing, it wasn't no fighting,
and it shouldn't be.
you know, none of that
It
ghetto
shouldn't
stuff,
be.
man.
Especially in a room full of adults.
Oh my gosh, we had
It should be.
so many people check in, man. Let's give a shout out and round of applause to Kay Riley and Rod Mack. Them two is funny as hell. They is funny. And they light still shine bright like a diamond. You know what I'm talking about? We're going to have them back on here for part 2 of these interviews. Or we might say part 1 because it's a new beginning, new fresh. It's that third, new fresh. So who's out and about the weekend, the Wednesday to Wednesday. There's going to be more events coming up, more stuff we're going to get involved with. Need to keep up with Nella D. Let's give Nella D a round of applause. She all in love and still making stuff happen. So that's a good thing. You know what I'm talking about? So that's what's
Big
up.
ups to all my ladies.
Yeah.
You know, Cincinnati stand up. It's a lot of hidden talent in Cincinnati, especially on the women's side. We don't get enough credit. And yes, I said we, damn it. I'm going to include myself. I got talent. Shit.
Why shouldn't you?
Okay, so I'm
Let's give
just saying.
Ivory a round of applause. The diva that she is, the boss that she is, the instigator that she. No, I'm sorry.
You done let that shit out. I do not be instigating. As a matter of fact, I'd spend more time being a mediator between your bullshit with yourself. I have to talk you out of beef with yourself. Oftentimes. He be in here like, oh yeah, my thought process said this, but I really think that. And the man on my shoulder said, I'll be like, that.
She's also a therapist. Let's give Ivory a round of applause for being a therapist.
I
Because
keep
I am
talking him off the ledge. And I'm
I
telling y'all, he's still here with us. So yes, thank me. But no, seriously, a big shout out to some of the women in Cincinnati. And I said that to mention that we're going to be able to see some of this hidden talent. It's coming up on an event that's going to be downtown at Fountain Square, which also includes ladies. Y'all know y'all be looking good and snatched and everything else with y'all sundresses on. It is your opportunity to get you a free $100 just for looking good. So I mean,
Where was this at?
look, okay, it's gonna bring the fellas out. So it's downtown at the square. It's gonna be on June the 26th, and it's like a day event. There's gonna be some performers and some other things going on.
All sundresses.
So,
Hey, listen.
Sundress Sunday.
Sunday. Oh, hold on. Keep your thought about the women, and not to throw anybody off. But did you see that question that I put up there for the guys? I said real answers only, and the question was, when you see a beautiful woman, whether she is shaped with little clothes on or clothes on, you know what I'm saying? Bam. What are your thoughts? Do you think, oh, she's sexy, beautiful, and nice looking and gone about your thoughts going to another place? Or B, you look at her and say, she's sexy, nice, and beautiful, and blah, blah, blah. I wonder if she's taken. C, it got down to the last one. I can't remember, but I'll tear that ass up. And E was all the above.
D, men are visual thinkers. Men are visualists. So when somebody, I'm just gonna be real, like, cause I spend a lot of time. I spend a lot of time around real niggas, and they just be saying the shit that really come to mind. Like, shit, boy, I wouldn't give a fuck if she a brother. They don't care if she got 10 kids, a baby daddy and a husband at home. They don't give a damn long as they can get their 15 minutes of fame. Shit, if you gonna get to them, they'll take it. So, but yeah, I mean, that's my perspective on my interaction with most of the males that I've been around. So I'm just saying.
That was the number one answer before I came in.
It definitely should be. I mean, let's be realistic. We all know that men are visuals. That's the whole reason why women, when they're in search of a man, they spend more time looking good than they don't. You know what I'm saying? So it's that. I mean, it's just one.
That's the reason why. That's the reason why you have videos that I posted today of this girl who does not look like who she made her face up to be.
I saw that.
Did you see that?
I saw that.
That bitch went to Asian.
Hold on, wait a minute. You were in the new era of looking good. So, the new era is, as long as it look good with makeup on, it's a go. It's a go.
It doesn't matter that it's 100 and something degrees outside. Ain't that shit gonna run?
No, she gonna pay good money for good makeup, and it's gonna be on until she get back in the house. Unless she just want to be outside melting, which I mean, makeup or not, nobody just gonna sit outside in the damn heat.
So the more expensive makeup, the more it sticks to your damn face.
The more you spend, the better of quality you're gonna get. So yes.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, why do you think Hollywood exists? You think those women really look like that, and then they standing under 100, high-powered film lighting and all of that. So I mean, it ain't nothing new for women. It's just what we go through.
It's new for men too. Let me tell you something. There's a lot of lace wigs going on for men. And I'm getting ready to tell you, I just shout out my barbershop. And you can go to Paula's Barbershop and you can check this out. But this is the reason why I stopped doing what I do. When my hair started leaving, right, he got this thing that you've been seeing. He's been doing it for a minute and perfected this shit. Where it's just off the chain. People didn't even know I had that in my head, right?
What was it?
It's real hair. And
just spray hair?
No, it's real hair. And you lay it on there, you glue it on there. And you
had a man weave.
Yeah. And
before it was really a popular thing.
Yeah, before it was a popular thing and people didn't know it.
Right.
And I only did it because my hair had been thinning. And I said, well, my barber was like, well, try this. And he got nice products. So I was going to be the guinea pig. The video is on the website. And, man, you couldn't tell. My shit was, he took videos of me cheesing from ear to ear like, you know what I'm talking about? That turned into a whole no.
Happy as
hell.
Happy
A
full head of hair.
Full head of hair. Well, here's the thing, ladies. And I have to sympathize.
That's how women feel.
Yeah, this is why I tell you I know how women feel. And as a man, I don't want to do that shit no more. Now, you never sprayed no Beijing and all this shit, motherfuckers. You got the Beijing. No, bitch, I don't have Beijing. The motherfucker never sprayed me with no goddamn Beijing.
You can't use a B word like that.
What? Beijing or bitch? They both B words.
Oh, my Lord.
But anyway.
Okay, yeah, let's get back to what you was talking about.
But anyway, right? So I would never use that stuff because I don't want to be sweating and the shit rolled. I'm a sweater. That shit would look like
crazy.
Fucked up. But anyway, so one particular night, I had just got finished DJing or took a break DJing with Bruno up at Sydney's, right? We rocking the hell out and having a good time. My head started itching. I started sweating from over there doing all of that shit. So I went to stand by the speaker, right? And I stand by the speaker, right, to try and cool off with the fan and everything like this, and my head was itching. So I'm thinking like, damn, this shit is on fire. How the hell am I supposed to scratch my motherfucking head? If it scratch too hard, the shit I might fuck it up. But my head is itching.
Oh,
so naturally, I did what I seen the women do.
You pat your head.
That's so sweet, ladies.
And I'm sitting on the speaker doing this shit like, woo, Lord, I want to pull my cap back and pull a fan on this motherfucker. Balls probably like, woo, woo, woo. But I didn't. So I'm sitting there doing this, right, patting my head, and I look over to yonder, and I see my sister-in-law. I see April sitting there cracking the fuck up. She is over there, that damn near about to fall out the goddamn chair, cause she done peeped the whole fucking thing. Like I didn't even knew she knew, but she see me pat my head.
How can you not know?
I had to, April. If you ever say something,
You said it.
it's a wrap.
You just said it.
I had to get it out because I had to be honest. We talking about what women do, you know,
to maintain
this, that, and the third.
Yeah,
and
physical appearance.
Physical appearance, and men do the same thing. I'm here to tell you, we do the same thing.
Oh, men definitely do the same thing.
So it's no judgment
some
over
people
here.
don't know that.
Hold on, can I get a round of applause for me exposing the world to?
Yeah, let's give him a round of applause for that because Grizz be trying to, you know.
Be all manly. I'm surprised he admitted it.
Let's give Tyanne a round of applause for making it to the show today and doing her thing and jabbing in on me too. Lord have mercy. You got to get yours in too, Diva. I understand.
But no, I wanted to say it's been a thing with men also engaging in the physical appearance trend. I won't even say it's a trend because even the doctor will tell you 80% of feeling good is looking good. But anyway, men have also implants. Men do things to increase their height. Yeah, like the bicep, whatever your chest muscles, your biceps, your calf muscles, men get entire ab jobs done. Like women get ASS, men get ABS, ab jobs. So yeah, men will go and get an entire six pack. Men will get an entire six pack put on to maintain physical appearance. But remember, men were the first one to have access to that. Tyanne, you remember when men were getting that hair implant thing? Men were the first ones getting it. It was not something that was yeah, it wasn't something that was advertised for women. That was the Bosley Men Hair Institute, whatever. It was like so much money, but men, and then it was looking like baby doll, like a baby doll scalp. You was looking like it looks like a bad lace front. My opinion. I'm just saying. Any man I've ever seen with it, I've been able to tell they had it. So I'll be like, can you please help me with this mug? It just looks ridiculous. But anyway, they've
Can you tell a man got fake boobs?
A fake? No. No.
Can you please help me with this schmuck?
Not unless
That's a
you
real question,
like.
man.
No, the real thing is, it's like you won't be able to tell a woman necessarily unless she gets unproportionate, body parts, unless you knew that person before. Now, if I just saw you a 2 weeks ago,
I could touch a titty and tell you if it
touch it, but you can't always visually look at it and tell if it's not the real titty. Titty.
Yo, say titty again.
Titty.
Titty.
No, but seriously, you can't always look and tell when someone's had work done because you wouldn't probably look at Toni Braxton 10 years ago and think, oh, she's had work done. But she was like, yeah, I got my boobs done like 20 years ago. I paid like $13,000. Like it was on one of the episodes. And I was like, but she got proportionate size things. So it wasn't like, I was like, oh, really? She got something.
How can you tell was it proportionate?
Because she didn't go get triple Ds that sit out to here that look like she wasn't born with them. That's what I'm saying. She didn't go get something that was outright. Seeing that Toni Braxton was already famous, she couldn't have got something fake if she looks the same she did in her 20s. She ain't still looking like that in
her titties didn't look all that big. So
they're not extremely big now. She just got more of what's considered a lift versus an implant.
Oh, okay. Lift.
So, but she looks very natural. I mean, like I said, you wouldn't look at her. She had never said that on one of the episodes I was watching of the Braxtons. I would have never knew because I'm like, she.
So when you get old, you get stuff lifted, huh?
Yeah.
Like can you get a nutsack lifted?
Y'all
or will it make a difference?
Don't touch that man's nuts. Some niggas need a nutsack lift, but who am I to judge? Tyanne, what's your experience with sagging nuts? Do you think they should get lifted?
Y'all retarded.
Oh shit. You gotta be here, I guess. I don't know. What the hell else you want me to say?
What can you say after sucking nuts?
I literally was thinking the same thing, so I guess I'm crazy too.
They do need a nut lift. Doctors, cosmetic surgeons, y'all can come up with a way. I mean, they have a method of tightening the vaginal area and the vulva area, and there's methods for all kinds of shit. So you can't tell me they can't do a nutsack tighten. Tune that motherfucker up. Put that bitch back up.
I'm trying to tell you, because I think it was K Michelle talking about she got a new coochie or whatever. I was like, I don't know how you do that.
Well, I'm gonna just be real with you, because I heard that too, and I'm like, wow, did they cut some of it off? Did they remove it? So me, I am a person, I am going to do some research. I got to see what the hell happened. But if you YouTube that procedure, they will show you how it's done. It's not what you would think, but it definitely gives the vagina an entirely fresh face. Let's just say it's a fresh face.
What was that word you used?
Vagina.
Okay.
No, it was something else.
Fresh face.
No, what's one of the parts?
Vulva.
Yes.
This nigga is retarded. Pray for him.
That sounds sexy, don't it? Hey, baby, what's your vulva look like?
Oh my God.
I
You know what?
I got the freshest
I'm
laugh.
done. I'm done with this conversation. This is where I get done at.
You know what I'm talking about? Just walk up to her. Don't ask her your sign. Don't ask her sign, her age, or nothing. And say, baby, can I ask you a question? What's that vulva look like?
Oh, my Lord.
What's he gonna say? I bet you, I'm going to try that. I'm going to tell my wife I'm going to try it for experimental purposes. We'll videotape it.
So when y'all see Grizzy here all fucked up, y'all know what happened, don't y'all? He got caught asking somebody what they vote.
Okay, well, we're going to get somebody to do it. We're going to have to go live like, hey, man, go ask her what her vulva look like.
Oh, no, we are not.
Okay,
we ain't doing that.
enough.
We're not doing that.
Enough. I hear we got a special guest today. They still coming on?
We do have us a special guest.
I hope she wasn't paying no attention to
wait
this
a
stuff.
Minute. Hold on, wait a minute. We may not have a special guest. There may be a scheduling issue. So let's just say
I was all hyped up to talk about her too and her freaking positive music, and that she worked with BTS. You know what I'm talking about? Todd. Let's give a round of applause to Todd Sharif and the BTS crew who didn't close down the studios. You know what I'm saying? They closed it down. It's been an icon in the city for a long, long, long time. And when I saw her video, I said, oh, that's beneath the surface. Mm-hmm. So I was going to try and call Todd to get him on the phone too, give him his props and do a little talking with her. I wonder how many questions, how many songs did they produce for you? You know what I'm saying? And
I kind of wanted to ask some,
questions.
a few questions. Definitely, being a
woman in
female,
this game,
in the industry,
Cincinnati.
and in the city, and how that, how she views that process, and what it's been like for her and her musical journey. So if we're not lucky enough to have her,
What'd she say?
what'd she say, Tyanne?
No, I said she was like one of the only women like from that label for real.
Yeah. Oh, she was on it. Man, ask her what she gonna do.
I'm trying to I'm getting a response now.
Quit playing with us.
Jesus.
Quit playing with us over here, GRIZZBIZMY2SENSE. You know what I'm talking about? We on our way to the big league.
Oh, she has a sick pet. She has to have an emergency visit to the vet. So that's kind of something outside of your control. Your pet is like your baby, so I totally get it.
I told my cat dad.
I mean, get a damn dog of aspirin and let's keep it popping.
What you say, Tyanne?
I said my cat died like 2 weeks ago. I won't talk about no pets.
Oh no, my condolences to you. I didn't know that happened yet. Yeah. So we won't go into detail, but I definitely know how you feel. I've had a pet pass away too, so it can be a lot to deal with.
Can we get some funeral music for the pet people?
Can you please help me with this schmuck?
I said funeral music, not schmuck.
But anyway.
Y'all know Grizz on his bullshit.
Goddamn right I am. You goddamn right I am. I was hyped today.
Here he go.
Pets. Well, condolences for your pet, so I hope your pet gets better, but
I hope the pet is okay.
Okay. Since we will not have a guest, I have a very, very interesting topic that I kind of wanted to touch on today. But I'm going to save it a little bit after we do a little bit of some news you can use, because this news you can use is something serious. And it affects us all.
all right.
So, look, you was like, well, what type of bullshit she got? Ain't no bullshit, I promise you.
No, I ain't know
Ain't
that.
gonna be no bullshit. So, number one, today the U.S. announced, the government, I won't say the U.S. because we ain't announced this shit. We ain't agreed to this shit. A lot of us didn't even know this shit was happening because we don't pay attention to the damn news, but that's what you got me
should be able to
for.
vote on this shit.
Okay. So today, the United States government announced that they are officially sending $1 billion to Ukraine and to assist with the current war that they are facing against Russia. So,
What?
yeah.
I thought Russia made $1 billion off of oil since the war.
Russia made $5.5 billion from oil. And that was right before all of our gas prices increased. So what happened was, okay, I'm glad you kind of mentioned that, because it's a lot of like other underlying BS that go with that major load of BS. But number one, we may not know that BP, Exxon, has had all of these permits to drill. They've been given all of these government credit funds, grants, whatever, to drill for oil. And they have not drilled for oil since the 90s, y'all. Since the 90s. They're getting tax breaks, inflation breaks, everything under the sun. Their CEOs literally across the world are millionaires. Like, these people are making so much money. Yet and still, the government does not enforce them to have to use those funds and drill within a time period, or to return those funds back to the government. On top of that, since we no longer can trade oil with Russia, and it's illegal right now because of the sanctions or whatever, we are suffering inflation of gas prices just on the surface, which definitely also is an effect in the sense of we're not going to get any more of our education refunded. We don't get a break from any of our tuition, any of the student loan debt that we've incurred. And I say we, like, just as American citizens. Like, it's crazy to me that we have all these inside issues: economic, education, veteran, homelessness, hungry kids. Like, we got so many things that's going on right here in the United States that they won't fix. But they got $1 billion to send to a country that's not even probably worth $1 billion.
And that we don't give a fuck about.
Yeah, we do. Yes, we do, because not only oil is a play in it, but that lithium battery is a play in this too. That lithium.
Absolutely.
And that's, Ukraine has the most lithium. We said this before, in the world. So lithium, I don't know if anybody knows that every phone,
battery,
all these batteries that go in here, this stuff.
You know that. If you got sense, you definitely know that lithium is important. But I'm saying, like, as far as the country's like network, like, technically speaking, I mean, not to have anything to do with the citizens or anything, not on a personal thing, but like, the country is not worth $1 billion. Like, I don't get it. Not that the people's lives aren't worth saving. That's not what I'm saying. But they are so quick to send money for war, to send money for battle, to send money for anything that doesn't have to do with building. Like, they wouldn't have loaned Ukraine $1 billion to fix their infrastructure, to fix their economic, system. They wouldn't loan it to them for that, but they'll give it to them, though, for war. And it's not even a loan.
Well, what it's doing is it's setting this country up for the failure, the crash that it's on.
Yeah.
It's on a crash course to fold.
Which is why, like I said, I was glad you mentioned this and you kind of brought this up, because y'all just be aware. We keep talking about it. Recession is real. It's happening. Y'all know with recession, what happens? the bank gets the upper hand again because they get to own all this property free, basically, that you put money into all your whole life. Like you can be in the last 3 to 5 years of your mortgage and lose your house. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just be realistic about what's going on. So really financially educate yourself right now. This is a time where you want to be financially educated, financially aggressive when it comes to saving, knowledge.
Talk to Ray. I'm about to hit Ray up this week to go ahead and get me started. Randy Parks.
Yeah.
To get your credit and stuff. I'm hitting him up this week coming so I can go ahead and put the final push on this thing here and take the fuck off. I said
no, they said
No,
actually per the Washington Post, Russia actually made $100 billion from fuel exports in the war's first 100 days. That was the first 100 days. They
100
made
days?
$100 billion in 100 days.
So they was making $1 billion there for 100 days.
$1 billion a day for 100
$1 billion
days.
a day.
Because they already knew what they was finna do. See, these are the times when you say to yourself, Donald Trump wasn't as dumb as everybody thought he was in the sense of what his business practices were. Now, I'm going to say he was flaky as hell. Definitely. He don't have the best business practices in his personal life, so it's hard to... Yeah, so it's hard to really trust him, with the heart of the country, right? But at least he knew to stay friends with him long enough, Putin crazy ass, to not have this shit happen on his watch. And that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it wasn't going to happen. But he said, we're going to play the field so it don't happen on my watch.
Or it could have been Putin was playing Trump all along.
Could have been.
Could have been that.
Either way, it didn't happen on his watch, and it's definitely happening along with every freaking thing else that is a detriment to this country under the Biden administration with all those promises. Well, we could have just kept Trump fried. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying is it's the same damn method, different face.
About dumb shit. Every time I look up, it's like he done wrote a new. He done signed something else for some other dumb shit that that doesn't even matter in anybody's life for real. Like,
and it just gets dumber and dumber.
I told y'all he gonna be a one-term president.
Because I really will go off about the political shit.
Yeah. So
it's gonna be a shit show before he get up out of here. He get up here next year.
No, he got 2 more years. 2024. So it's 2022, baby. We gotta ride out 23, and
I just kept thinking like
all the first half of 24. You gotta go all the way to November to even hear who the next president is gonna be, and then that shit don't happen till January.
So here,
basically January of 25 is when we'll see a new face in the White House.
So here's my conspiracy theories for what we're talking about right now, and I ain't gonna say too much, but from here until the 24th, to 2024, like you said, November. It's going to be a shit show.
It already is.
It's going to be even more of a shit show.
It already is. So, that's why I was saying, like, for real, get serious about your financial stability right now because I'm here to tell you.
Families.
You're going to be doing some shit you never did before. And I ain't saying nothing. Well, you might do something strange for a piece of change, but you're going to be having to use your hustle skills, your resourceful skills. You might have to depend on the government from time to time, depending on what your financial education is like. It's going to determine where you land in the end of all of this shit. Because like I said, don't find yourself upside down on your house because you done refinanced and took out second mortgages and all this shit when all you had to do was stay your ass at a Starbucks 7 days a damn week. You be surprised. But I'm saying it's little shit like that, But, not my business. I ain't trying to be your parent or nothing, but just, heads up.
No, we need that.
If gas already down on its way to $6 a gallon, just know we're only at the beginning of the inflation. They're still not even admitting or announcing a recession. However, you see what the fuck going on. Grocery store prices high as hell. Pack of chicken, they used to be $5.60. It's now like $10.90. You know what I mean? Like, let's be for real. Like, you can't live your regular day-to-day life with the same budget you might, whatever. But
and it's like at this point, you better stock up on your non-perishables, your toiletries, and everything that you really need. Get that shit now, for they for real.
Yeah, because in a minute you might not be able to afford this. The Dollar General, it already went from $1 to $1.25, so I don't know. We gonna be fucking around. It's gonna be $2 General in a minute.
For real, and Five Below, they start selling shit for
$10. Yep.
Like,
$15 too. I went in there and got a multi-game backyard outdoor something, tennis and some other stuff. Anyway, it was $15. So yeah.
But on correlation to what y'all talking about, I want to put out there, if anybody knows any apprenticeship programs for plumbing, electricians, or anything of that nature, please share that information. Because I got a group of nephews and kids, young men their age, and they working at Arby's and all this other places, and they that's not going to suffice with these kids as far as making a living.
No, and once you realize you overworked and underpaid,
at that age,
it's easy to walk away any damn way. You be like, the hell I need this job for.
So when they talk about I can make more money on the streets selling this than working in McDonald's, in some cases it's the truth.
True statement. Yeah,
it's a true statement. And I was so concerned being with my nephew this weekend over my brother's house, and the look on his face, and he's paying attention to every conversation that we having, and we talking family businesses, the land, and we talking stores and credit and plans that everybody got to do, and this, that, and the third, and blah 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 blah. And I'm watching them pay attention to what we talking about.
Mm-hmm.
They also
really soak up some real game,
and they also soaking up game from the other side. That the other side, and we'll get into details about that. But that too. But like I was saying, my brother, we got to show them the other part of the game too, man. It's okay to do how we get it, but there's nothing wrong with getting a trade, because I know this boy didn't want to go no goddamn Arby's and the heat that it was going and having to be taken here and taken there. So I figure we need to get that information out there to this.
We definitely do. And I'm going to make it my business to get that information to you, because along with everything else, I was just talking about the country is changing. We getting ready to have re-election. If y'all don't know, right now is a dangerous time to be in trouble, simply because anytime the election is coming up, we're in the middle of the primaries right now. Everybody got a point to prove and a statement to make in order to get re-elected or to be elected. So just be mindful of what you are doing. And if you're in Cincinnati, also be aware that the feds are in town and secret indictments have been going out as well. And so you should definitely cross all your T's and dot your damn I's.
I wasn't going to say that.
I think out here in these streets.
I wasn't going to say that.
I'm just saying. I know what's going on. I don't
I
always
wasn't gonna say nothing, but
look like I know what's going on, but I know what the fuck is going on.
Let me tell you something. If you're on Reading Road and you right there where I used to be at, and you know what I'm talking about, my people say over there, we ain't over there no more. You know why? Because it's getting hot in here. Take off your clothes.
And if y'all don't believe,
like, where is it coming from?
Yeah, if y'all don't believe shit real, just look at your local and world news. Y'all see all these gang members being arrested, locked up, and I'm talking about not gang members. I'm sorry.
Rap artists.
Reverse. I didn't mean gang members at all, because I'm not going to label you anything that I don't know you to be. I see a lot of rap artists and label mates being arrested and held without bond, and they have millions of dollars, and not one single dollar can get them out of the situation they in right now. So just be mindful. Money ain't all everything. When they take that freedom, boy. I've been down at that Justice Center sitting for a minute, so I already know what it's like. And I wouldn't encourage anybody to have to do no time. I did mine when I was young, so I ain't got a day left in me. I stay away from all illegal activities.
I don't want to touch no more slimy mats. I don't want to have to argue with this nigga over a phone. Talking about some phone check. Nigga, this ain't the goddamn movie.
It ain't like that no more. All that shit right there in your room. You don't got to share shit. But anyway, I don't want to spend a lot of time on that. I don't want to spend a lot of time on that, because I wanted to get to the more important part of this conversation, because we was just giving y'all all that game, because I also want to let you know, I wanted to get everybody's opinion. Right now, in this detrimental state that everything is in, conversations are being had about dating and who to date and why to date right now in the in the beginning of a recession and dealing with what we're dealing with, just with the inflation and the economy completely changing. And the conversation is being had that if you are not an asset right now, you are not dateable.
What's an asset?
Someone that has more benefit than not for whatever your personal needs or situations are, right? So I'm just saying, an asset can be a lot of different things. Maybe you want to maintain a certain lifestyle or whatever, so you're only going to date people with a certain credit score or higher. Maybe you're only going to date people that make a certain income or higher. Maybe you're only going to date people that live a certain lifestyle because they're not high maintenance for you, because that in your eyes could be a liability. Maybe you're going to change your preference in the type of mate you ideally would have, because right now in the inflation and the beginning of a recession, that mate no longer suits you because they are becoming a liability.
So what you're saying is using words like asset, liability, stocks and bonds.
Yeah, I never said.
Oh, you never said
stocks
stocks and bonds?
Go ahead.
But I guess you talk about you're looking for a business partner.
More or less, yes. That's
what
basically
marriage
the conversation that's being had. And I think for me, I'm happy that the conversation is being had. I'm sorry, Tyanne, what you say?
I said relationships are basically business deals anyway.
They are.
They are, but
especially when you get married and you signing contracts.
A marriage is a non-negotiable contract that you sign until the only negotiation you have is separation or divorce, and then that's really not a negotiation. That's really not a negotiation. That's just, hopefully it's a cool reconciliation and everybody just could be cool and whatever. But I'm saying, like, had these conversations been being had prior to the PPPs and people have been building relationships with people that had like-minded business, the same concept of them, you don't. But that's why I'm saying, like, now that we getting ready to not have no money, now y'all want to educate people on the kind of people that you should be dating, that you are they saying they like more of you need to find someone that you're more financially compatible with than anything over anything else right now.
I wish somebody could tell us the average income of a black man and black woman. I wish we knew the average income, especially in Cincinnati, Ohio, what the average income is for a black
average
man.
income. Well, I can tell you that just based on your job status and in your career, I'm gonna say 40 and up. You're looking at about average income is gonna be between $47,000 and $62,000 a year.
47. The average, I think, is less than that.
No, not for the average. No.
Hey, producer. Google it on your phone. Maybe we don't have it. What is the average income of a black man and black woman in Cincinnati? And see what we come up with. We have those statistics.
But yeah, while we're getting that information, like, really, let's have the conversation. How do you feel about that? Like, what do you get from that? Like, what? How would you
understand?
I mean, my opinion is this. This is why I asked for the data. If we can find it. If you don't, that's fine too. We'll go with your stats.
We're not talking about the money part. When we're talking about the being a liability. Being a liability is, say, somebody that's not bringing anything positive into your situation. Like, it might be, you might just be sexually attracted to that person, but then you can't have good conversations with them.
Right.
You can't build a lifestyle with the person because y'all don't have the same views in life. So at that point, you're a liability.
You're right. And it is less. It's only 43.5 to 46.5 in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Bingo. And I thought it would be less than that. So this goes back to your question about business and dating and so forth. Now, $46,000 a year. That's
very subpar.
Right here is the water line, and you maybe right here you doing this with the water.
No, seriously.
No, I know, seriously. I know, seriously.
And this is not making light of anyone's financial situation. This is just giving you straight factual
when
information.
You say business and you talk about this and that as far as dating somebody.
So, let me pose a question to you like this: you make not you, but you make $46,000 a year.
Let's say 50.
I'm gonna say 46 because we stand between the average.
I'm gonna say 50.
Can you please help me with this schmuck?
True, please. So let's just say not you, but you make $46,000 a year, right?
$37,000.
And you have interest in a woman. As a man, you have interest in a woman. She makes about $33,000 a year. But she's like a party goer. She likes to travel. She likes expensive hair. Let's just say she got a weed habit and she, kind of lives above her means, right? But y'all vibe, like, the chemistry is there. Y'all can vibe really good. Y'all have a lot of fun together. But at that point now, is the relationship worth pursuing with y'all incomes? No, it ain't. Because you ain't finna run me and my goddamn credit into the fucking grave because you can't stay out the damn salon getting $400 weaves and eyelashes every But I'm just saying that's the response I get from most men. Most of the men who I've had this conversation.
I thought you was saying that yourself. Like, damn,
if
Joe.
I was a man, that's what I would be saying.
I'm about to say, Joe.
If I was a man, that is exactly what I would be saying.
Go from the barbershop to the salon.
That's exactly what I would be saying, because no way in hell am I going to stress my $46,000 a year that's maintaining what I want to do comfortably. And add on, you only contributing an additional $30-something thousand a year. So let's say you're right at about $80,000 a year. But the lifestyle I have to maintain for you is about $130,000 a year, inclusive with everything we're going to do together as a couple. Right? That's not fucking worth it to me. I wouldn't give a damn. Did they dip that coochie in gold before you brought it over here? Because if not...
Here we go with the coochie word again.
If not,
second Wednesday to Wednesday that this young lady is talking about coochie. Go coochie at that. I don't know what's up with this coochie talk, man.
No, because I'm just saying realistically.
Go coochie.
And wait, because women, it's the same thing for us, right? You got your shit together.
We got a gold dingaling.
Can
we get a gold dingaling?
Got no gold
Golden
dingaling. I
dingaling.
ain't seen nan yet on not nothing. Never ever.
I ain't never seen no gold coochie.
I ain't either. So I'm just saying it ain't worth it. So women, same thing. You can have all your ducks in a row, everything together. Maintaining your lifestyle, doing what you want to do, and then here you go, you dating, whoever. Let's call him James. You dating James, and James cool. Y'all vibe. You and James can, y'all get along well. It's a good laugh with y'all together. The chemistry there, everything cool. But James really ain't doing nothing more than, a little factory job, and he call off of there 2-3 times a month. So you ain't too sure about, nothing. So it's not, at that point, it's not worth pursuing that as a relationship. Because you, again, with your poor financial habits, your weed smoking, you calling off of work, don't know if they gonna hire you on you in there through the dang on temp service, James, that I just made up.
So now we get to, I'm sitting there listening to you like, oh nigga, let me tell you something.
No, but seriously, it's the same. At that point, that person is not an asset for you. He may be an asset for Shaniqua that's paying $25 a month living down there in the project somewhere, because at least he come through, you know what I'm saying, on Friday with the drink and y'all can turn up. But other than that, if you already got your shit together, James don't sound too appealing. That's all I'm saying.
So thank you. So what about what Kevin Samuels was saying? So we're in this pond, and when you talking about we all got 37,000 or whatever, 47,000, we all swimming in this pond. Mm-hmm. How do you expect your 40,000 to attract over here in this pond 100, 200,000?
It don't have to. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that I got to find me a rich man.
So you got to find you somebody
standard.
in the pond that's on the same page as you.
Exactly. We at least got to be able to sit at the same table and have the same conversations about the same shit. Okay. I can't have you with your $500 credit score trying to tell me, yeah, baby, go ahead and get a title loan. That's why you got a $500 credit score.
What's a
you
title
got
loan?
Right. Somebody with good financial habits don't know that. But somebody with poor financial habits they sitting back like, damn, yup, she right.
A title, what is that?
A car title loan. Like you take a car that you own and you go get a title loan on it. They give you so many $1,000s. They give you so long to pay it back. But now you no longer own your car.
Who does that?
People do it. People with poor financial habits do it. That's why
So I'm gonna give
title
my
loan
car
places
paid off.
exist.
So I'm so desperate that I'm gonna go over. I seen one in the play. I'm gonna go over here to Kemper and go on over there to that place where it ain't there no more. And be like, hey, I got a title for my car.
Well, that's why it's not there no more, because it was putting so many people in such a hole that they had to stop that business. But yes, people are in those situations, and sometimes people are in those situations often. But things like making poor decisions on assets and liabilities, so to speak, you dealing with Tyrone go get locked up, and Tyrone got the means to the money because you too lazy to get up and get a job. So now you finna take out a title loan to go buy Tyrone out. Then Tyrone don't go back to court, and he done skip bond. So now you owe the title loan and you owe the bail bondsman, and now you looking stupid. I've seen it. I worked at a bail bonds office. That's how I know of these things.
Well, here's the thing. If you're in the pond and you trying to find somebody in the same pond, be on your page, here's where that problem comes in there. So say you do meet Johnny, and Johnny got ambitions and this, that, and the third with his $37,000, and y'all put y'all heads together, or $40,000, and y'all make that $80,000. Y'all think you're gonna make that $80,000 work, but the problem comes in with people's mentality, because what if the coochie ain't golden, or what if the ding-a-ling ain't golden? So you didn't get in his pack, and that seems to be a problem with you or him, because y'all not compatible that way. And
as we figure that out before we even get to that point, Grizz.
It better damn show be figured out before we get to this point. Shit. We in 2022. Ain't nobody waited till they got on no damn white dress to give up no coochie or no damn.
That's the problem.
And I can tell you that ain't the problem.
Yes, it is a problem.
She
yes,
won't
it is
trick
a problem.
Me. You won't trick
that is a
me.
problem.
It's like, nah,
that is a problem. If a woman, I'm gonna take
right now. That's my ghetto side.
I don't even know what else to say after that. She said, "You will not trick me into." Never mind.
No.
Yeah, I'm.
Yeah, I don't ask permission and sell them for forgiveness, so I just said what I said. I mean, just deal with turn the station.
Yeah, turn the station. I'm over here stuck on stupid and relaxed on dumb.
But for real,
I ain't even got nothing to drink or nothing to smoke. Lord, I need something to smoke or drink right now. Can I run
These is facts, okay? The audience really appreciates me being 100 with them about what it is and what it ain't.
But that's
just
why,
like sometimes before you can wife her up, you gotta send her on over there to the cosmetic and go get that vulva rearranged right quick. Oh God.
Yeah, so for y'all, for y'all 2022 dating, I
don't be dating. I just be hearing a lot of stuff that be funny to me, and so I come on Wednesday.
Yeah,
and
I know you don't be
shit.
dating, but I'm just saying, like, that's jacked up, man. Because we started the show off with physical attraction or physicalness, and you know what we got to do. But damn, what if you get compatible all the way together, and you get
that part
until that part where she get home, or they both get home and start. Remember when I'm gonna get you, sucker, when she started pulling off parts and shit?
I was gonna say
that was ahead of the time.
You know how
we didn't know nothing about that. We thinking it's jokes, and it's not just the women. You sit there and pull the fake asses out.
I was gonna say
when
you take that girdle off and everything falls.
The girls
gravity
pulling off
kick
wigs. So when y'all look at each other, at the end of the day, y'all gonna look at each other and say, ugh.
Or you might say, oh, you know what?
No,
because we match. We should go together.
Wow.
It could be. They could be happy. They look the way they do without
this Wednesday is her Wednesday. We giving it up to her today with her jokes. Let's give Ivy a round of applause. Her ghetto ass shit is coming straight out. I guess because she married, she got to go through all that shit. She finds it really, really funny. Oh, my.
I'm kind of a visual person a little bit.
Well,
when I say it, I be doing it sometimes, and that shit be funny.
We don't want to hear about your visuals of shrimps and shit.
Man,
Tyanne, you gonna help me out?
I mean, I'm just saying. And she's keeping it well though. Like nobody
she can relate. Yeah, you ain't finna trick me into that shrimp, boy.
Quit saying that.
I'm not about to,
First date, pull your pants down. Let me see what you wear. Like now.
First date, let me see if it's dry.
Real quick. Hey, Ivory.
Let me see if you got McDonald's, if you got flappers in that mug. You know what I'm talking about?
Believe me, we be looking too.
You be thinking it's the booty clapping when you hit it? No. It's the vulva holder.
Chris has had a bad experience.
It's the vulva
at
hitters.
some point in life is all I know.
Yeah, guys, we gotta check for punani's a hit like this. That is not the ass
He
clapping.
mad as hell. I keep on saying shrimp.
No, I'm just mad as hell that you just keep on saying shrimp.
I just said it.
You can talk about bald
But you know
headedness.
what? They don't, because they don't make nothing that can fix that. How you going to fix that?
I don't know.
You
I
can't
don't
fix
have
that. They got something to fix that clapper, though. Ah.
They do. I mean, you really cannot fix it.
They have
You can't fix
extensions
the
for
shrimp.
men too. Yes, they do.
They
got
can't
pumps.
afford it.
Can you please help me with
Can't
this?
be afforded.
They got pumps.
They can't give you no
They
extra
got-
gristle on that bone.
Yes, they can. They give you pumps. They implant you. I don't know nothing about it, but I heard about it.
I'm finna go home. I told you I be researching shit, so I'll be able
Well,
to
your
tell y'all
assignment-
about this next week.
Next week, we want to know, do they have implants that really work for men?
I'm gonna tell you no. That's why y'all better be rich if y'all want somebody out of your league. That's all I'm saying. Good
All
night.
right, Kevin Samuels. Kevina Samuels over here.
Good night.
This, I don't know what she had today, but anyway.
Fun.
I'm like, what you give her, Grizz?
I didn't give her nothing. She came in here.
Don't let Grizz lie to y'all. He got the goods.
I didn't
You
give
want to
him
feel
nothing.
like me? Holla at your boy Grizz after the GRIZZBIZMY2SENSE. It's like, no, just
My views don't agree with Ivory the Aries views right now.
Are y'all going downtown for the reggae? On the
Tonight?
square?
No,
Yeah.
I'm not. You are?
Nah, it's too damn hot
Well,
outside.
I'm about to say, good luck.
Yeah, I'm so hot I would do it, but too hot.
I be having
You
to
know.
work in the morning.
If y'all are in Cincinnati, if y'all tuning in from somewhere other than Cincinnati, let's just say we on the heat wave right now. This weather been crazy as hell. We skipped right past spring. We went from winter to we smack dab in the middle of 96 degrees and counting.
100 and something
Okay.
degrees.
Yeah, that's what they said. It felt like 104 degrees today, but it's definitely every bit of that 97 they said it was. So I've been in the house. I've been chilling. It's my first time coming outside today. That's probably why I'm excited. I felt like I was on punishment teenage years all day. I was
All
in the
day.
house
Doing grown folk stuff.
I was just minding
It's like,
my business.
There ain't no reason to go outside. No, don't go outside.
Hey, I stepped foot on my porch and eased right back in the house like, yeah, nope. Ain't nothing I want to do out here. I don't want to see what nothing look like.
Right.
Mm-mm.
Well, it's all good.
Question: did y'all lose y'all power?
I did not. Did you?
No, we didn't. My son and his family did.
My shit was
Jamie
out for
came over
12
to the
hours.
house.
Damn.
I already know.
Yeah, I sympathize with you, sweetheart. I went through it years ago, but I haven't. No, I unfortunately, thank the Lord, my kids is too damn bad to have been in the house for 12 hours with no power. I'd have been on the news for pulling my hair out of my head, honey.
Yeah.
Well,
I just asked because they said it was over 100,000 in the city, so I was like, wonder if
yeah,
y'all
my
going
kids'
out, too.
daycare center was out for that first hot day yesterday. We was all in the house together.
yeah, his daycare, Celine's daycare was out too.
Yeah. And I would have thought that all of that stuff would have kind of been first, like, businesses and all of that.
See, y'all wasn't here when they opened up the show, but I talked about that in Kroger's.
Right here in Forest Park.
Food. I don't know if it was Forest Park. Somebody in our group chat, April put that in there in our group chat about Kroger's, showed a video of Kroger's, man, and all the food that they had got rid of. Out.
Yeah, it had to be Forest Park because they had a sign on the door yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Saying they were closed. And my mom actually just told me that her friend went today and all the freezers was empty, and they said they had to get rid of all their food.
So
I was
they
like,
just
damn,
probably
you would
giving
think they
food
would have
away to
generators and
whomever
shit.
was coming there to get
A
it.
backup generator? Yeah, you would think that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, grocery
Yeah.
store
A
especially.
grocery store especially.
Yep. Well, no matter how far you get away from the hood, they still do the same
And ain't
old
that
hood
food?
shit.
Ain't that food should be insured too, shouldn't it?
Of course it is. That's why they ain't mind giving it away. They get to write that
No,
shit
they didn't
off.
give it away. They threw it away.
Yeah, I about to say they ain't give
Give-
away.
they ain't
nothing.
giving
That
shit.
was
They
just
put it in the trash.
Yeah, that was a big piles of
Well, all the
food.
hungry people in the world, they just
Yes. Instead of taking it shipload down to the
you
free
could have
store.
just put it on the damn internet on social media that you was gonna give away everything that you couldn't restore. I mean, maintain. I don't know that's what I be saying. But they gonna go give Ukraine dumbass a whole $1 billion. Girl, whew, it's
That's
a
why
lot.
I ain't even want to talk about that political shit. 'Cause that's what shit like
Yeah, that shit is
honey,
nerve-wracking,
Y'all know we
isn't
can go for days, right? That shit's crazy, but we
Anyway,
ain't gonna do it.
It's Wednesday to Wednesday. We gonna get up out of here. Next week we gonna do it again. Hopefully we have a guest on here. I got a couple people in mind to see what they're
I got
talking
some
about.
folks on the show, so
And we got to
just
get
is
to
what
them
it was, what
early
it was,
so
yeah.
we can get everything in motion and how it be. But I want to thank you two ladies for showing up today. You know, but I had to get that in before we go. You know what? Don't be stuck on stupid
and relax on dumb.
We'll see y'all next week.
Ow.
That was fun.
You a piece of shit. Tony, what are you talking about? You know what I'm talking about.